blanc s'est allumé. Il t'a sauvé quand ton gun s'est enrayé. Et il est juste revenu avec ton pognon et le matos.
Action, love, deceit.
I got some words. I would say sex, drugs, and cars.
Tommy is one of the words. Violence and let's see, and love. Lots of love happening, I think.
Oh, in 3 words: sexy, powerful, and sexy, powerful, and oh gosh, pressure. The struggle.
You know, that's pretty easy for me. 50 Cent did it for me. Power, powder, respect.
A lot of fucking surprises.
I would say he's comprehensive. Diamond is comprehensive. Diamond is calculated. Diamond is feared.
For Vic, I'm gonna go with calculated, trusting, and calculated, trusting, and sensitive. I know people might be surprised at that one, but I'm gonna throw sensitive in there.
I'm going to go with ambitiously calculated,
Nice.
loyal, and
I know it's hard, isn't it? It's harder than it's always harder than it.
yeah, I know the last one's always the hard one.
Yeah, I want to switch all my 3 already, you know.
Dangerous.
Free spirit, determined, loyal.
The same Tommy.
He's never giving up. You know, he's been around for a long time, Walter. And to get to the position of power he is in a town like Chicago.
Yeah, he's all, place, but it's my, I try to create the energy that I need for wherever the scene is. Sometimes it's like a scene that's a little more, dark. So I kind of create a little dark music, or I sit in the dark. Or I just have no music playing, I sit in the dark just to kind of create a vibe that I feel like is relative to the scene. My trade is pretty kind of unpredictable and erratic.
I work line by line, page by page, working on the thoughts of the character, what's really going on behind the dialogue, and making sure I know her inside and out.
For me, I really like to be in a very physically minded with the characters. So I like to kind of figure out how they kind of, how they move around, how they walk, what their kind of like, what their cadence is and their, rhythms are like physically. And then, obviously, like Lily said, we like to, we want to do our homework. Not all actors do, but we do. We like to do our homework.
I definitely had a playlist of my favorite, tracks to get me into the vibe with Gloria. Coffee Toast was definitely number 1. That was what I had on repeat as I would go into scenes. And yeah, definitely a workout, always a workout on my Peloton each morning.
Developed specifically for the Force show, I exercised at least a half hour, sometimes 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, but always exercised every single day before we shot. And that just really helped me to get my mind focused, and I started meditating. Gary Lennon, who worked on the Power show and was the co-showrunner at the final seasons, he is a huge proponent of meditation. And I was just like, because of the new show, new city, even though I'm from Chicago, I had to move back, for while we were filming and rediscover the city. And I was felt myself getting pulled in all these different directions. And he recommended to meditate. And so I found that a 10-minute meditation every day really helped me kind of center myself and focus. And I wonder if any of that translates into the Tommy character for this season. Probably not, but yeah, that was my routine.
My routine is as basic as that, actually, is get the words in here to the point where you throw the words away, and then it becomes a reality. And then I think that's basically, for me, the main thing is to get all the knowledge, all the words, just into the language in my head. So when it comes to play it, you find so many different things. And yeah, it's as basic as that. But that's my approach. That's, then I just have my simple stuff. Just leave me alone for a minute, cup of coffee, a smoke. Okay, let's go to work.
It's like, to me, it's like going, you remember when you were in elementary school and it'd be like, you're in class, and then all of a sudden it's recess time. And it's like, it just runs out on the playground. That's how set is to me. Set is like recess.
It's a big love affair. It's a great time. I mean, it is intense. No joke there. It's definitely intense, but we all take care of each other. We're all there for each other. The crew is there for us. We're there for them. They work 10 million times harder than we do, so we love them.
100%. The dynamic on set was extremely supportive. Like Lily said, our crew was fantastic. They held us up every step of the way. Truly wonderful crew. There's, for such an intense show, there is a lot of levity.
Oh, our atmosphere was incredible. It always sounds so cliche when I say this, but we got on so well from day one. And, this was my first big role, so I'd never really had that experience of being on set as much as I was on this show.
Unbelievably good. All of the actors are such professionals, from Tommy Flanagan all the way down to Chris Lofton, Isaac Keys, Shane Harper, Gabrielle Ryan, Lily Simmons. We have just an amazing cast who was very cohesive and very professional, all very different actors and a lot of fun to play with. We had Chicago legends like Anthony Fleming III and Guy Van Swearingen in our cast. And then we have, Hollywood greats like Tommy Flanagan. So everybody was professional and really inclusive. So it was a wonderful vibe on set.
Everyone was courteous, and I always try to make a whole family dynamic when I'm on a set. I want everyone, don't care what your job is. We're all doing this together. We're going to make this amazing fucking show, and everyone's as important. Every person is as important as the next person. And it just makes me feel comfortable. It makes everyone else, I want everyone else to feel comfortable, and because that translates onto the screen. If everyone feels like their family and they belong, and then whatever you put on that screen, that's going to reflect, I believe.
Not you allow, eternal confidence you exude onto others in your stance, your presence, and in your actions and your motives. That's power to me.
Knowing your limits, going for what you believe in, and not backing down even if you get knocked down.
Kind of a relentless kind of conviction that leaders have to have, and people in the power seat have to have.
Ooh, my definition of having power is actually not necessarily having it, it's knowing how to use it. A lot of people have power and don't use it well. So my definition of having power is knowing how to use that power.
That's a tough one. I feel, I throughout the Power show, I think that we asked that question and discovered that question. And I think real power is what you can get other people to do. Even if those people are what you can get people to do, and maybe that's even including yourself. It's what you can get people to do is power. Just like a king is only a king because people treat him like a king. They treat him like a king for a reason. So those dynamics are going to be very evident. I think power echoes very, very vibrantly in Power Book 4 Force.
Is powerful. I think Kenneth is very powerful. truth, you know, kindness, truth, just genuine, be a fucking human, you know, just love, live, and have a good fucking laugh. That's power. And if you can have people around you and you make them feel something, I don't know, that's a good thing.